Good morning, everybody. It's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk from the left side of the Atlantic.
And it's Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with his cup of tea, shilling yet again with a new, never seen before Guido mug.
Really?
Get one today.
Which one is that?
It's the one that I have every week, but I just thought I'd flag it.
Good. You got me. You got me.
There you go.
I sold another mug. That makes one and a half.
You're doing well with these mugs, mate.
Heck yeah. Mugs around the world. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all are doing okay. Very bad. How are you? Randall, Stickler, everybody else. Appreciate you guys coming. We were just discussing before we came on air, as it were. There's not a lot going on World of Tanks wise. You know, Brawl. There's literally Brawl, the weekend missions, and three. The big news is three on tracks at once. That's pretty much it. I think we're all sort of waiting for that marathon that has to be coming up. Yeah, we'll talk about Steam too. That's the other big news, right? Everyone, which doesn't really help anybody because you can't put your account on there. You can't transfer it.
Nope. And that's
No.
crazy, isn't it? I mean, I've got Steam because I do DayZ, but it's just a waste of time, isn't it, really? Anyway, why have it on a third party? Why have it on Steam when you can just download the client anyway?
I think because it opens up the aperture and the advertisement. A lot of people use Steam almost exclusively to get their games
Oh, okay.
because
All right,
it does a decent job of putting them all in one place and manages all the updates and stuff. And while it occasionally has its issues, it actually works pretty well. So
Well, to be honest, I mean, I've only had one problem, and funny enough, it was yesterday. Low Blow has got a new game. When he comes on, he'll probably tell us all about it. But he's got a new game, and I thought, I'll download that and I'll play with him. It was a bit of a first-person shooter game.
Yeah.
He was on his own, and he kept getting mugged off because he was trying to join platoons, and they were going, "No, we don't want you, mate," because they know him. So I said, "I tell you what, I'll download the game and I'll come in with you." Well, Steam was offline. I couldn't get on Steam last night for about 2 hours. So I don't know. That was the first time that's ever happened to me. So,
really,
yeah.
huh?
What a
Artillery
nightmare.
Bugs 31. Thank you for the sub. Very much appreciate it. And Pilgrim sub 2 hours ago. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, you weren't out of bed, were you? So I thought I'd surprise you.
No, I was still laying there with a headache.
Oh, dear.
Still laying
What,
there.
pollen headache or alcohol headache?
I don't know. You do the math. It was Saturday.
Okay, it's pollen.
That's right. That's right. It's definitely pollen. All right, guys. I am on 115 on Battle Pass. Pilgrim has been finished.
Yeah,
He's-
only because I pay for it.
He zinged through that really quickly. 100 battle challenge is ongoing. I am working on a tank right now. I'm actually starting to enjoy the G-Sword a little bit, Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, I like it. I know you've had your issues with it, but
Yeah.
I actually like it. It's a bit slow.
I complain when I'm not running 55% or more on things, and then I air quotes don't like them. Right, they're a bad tank.
Yeah,
It
rubbish.
doesn't have anything to do with me, but I finally kind of crawled out because in the first 40 battles or so, I was at like 45% with that thing. Stickler, thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Stickler, appreciate that. 18 months, holy cow!
Wow.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so that one is moving along. I'm going to say I'm at 60 or 70 battles on it. Doing a little bit better. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite tank, but I don't mind playing it because when you can actually get that clip working for you, that can be a lot of fun.
Right, that's the point. And I was going to say that because, and you are good for being honest about the playing of each tank, and you've said there's probably not more than one or two actual bad tanks in the game. It's just the play style and getting your head round it. And it took me a long time, to be honest. I mean, how many battles I got in? Let's have a look. There you go. I've got 55 battles in it, and I've got a 52% win rate, which is not bad. Do you know what I mean? It's not bad. I enjoy it. It's a bit slow. The turret is a little bit slow. You've got to think ahead with the GSOA. You've got to think ahead. You've got to put yourself in the right position and pick your targets and use that clip to the best effect, and then get the heck out of it. While you're doing the
Yeah,
reload,
yeah.
long reload.
The bad tank discussion is actually a pretty good sidebar to launch off to and right away, because it's come up quite a few times in the forum recently, and also with my videos, with comments on my videos when the P43 TR or any other tank that I do well in, I do a video, say, hey, it's not really a bad tank, and invariably I get a couple comments that no, it's a terrible tank or whatever, which I get, and the definition of what a terrible tank is important here, because to some people a terrible tank is any tank that's not overpowered. If it's not the best tank, all the rest are terrible tanks, and that's fine. That's however you come at it. Other people purely look at the stats, go, well, the number one tank is here, and it's stratified by the stats, whatever stat you want to try to use for it, whether it's win 8 or win rate or DPG or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's way more complicated than just those two things, in my opinion. One great example is the Tiger.
Yes.
The Tiger, if you look at the stats, is one of the worst Tier 7 heavies in the game.
Yeah.
But there are, in some cases, specific situations around tanks that affect them enough in their stats that it creates noise in the stats. And for the Tiger, it's definitely the idea that almost everybody wants to rage straight to the Tiger when they start playing the game, and they're bad when they're playing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not everything about the Tiger. The Tiger's not easy to play, but it is certainly, in my opinion, not the last worst, which is where it lives mostly stats-wise, Tier 7 heavy in the game.
Yeah.
And the other one is when new tanks come out and the early adopters and good players get to them first, and maybe their stats are a little bit inflated. The Manticore actually was that quite a bit. I want to say it's somewhere in the middle now. But there was a period right when the stats started being displayed for the Manticore that it was near the top in a lot of stuff. Win 8, not DPG obviously, but win rate and win 8, it was actually way up there. And now it's kind of started to settle.
Yeah.
So
I think that there's some good salient points there. I think, and particularly in the Tiger tanks. You see, the when you first start playing World of Tanks, unless you're a reroll or you've got prior knowledge of it, certainly when I started playing, the lines to go down were limited anyway. You know this. It was only the American, the German, and the Soviet lines initially. So everybody wanted to get the Tiger because during World War II, the Tiger was the tank of the war, was it not? Along with the Shermans and all the rest of it. But it was the one to beat. It was the one that was the monster of the tank
People want to go to those historic tanks, especially
and it unfortunately hasn't been made overpowered, or fortunately, I would say, it has been made overpowered. It's been made along the lines of every other tank. So people were trying to play it. They were out front and they were taking lots of hits. It's got a very soft underbelly. The engine goes on fire constantly. Blah blah blah.
Well, and to be fair, it was kind of nerfed at one point, and it was pretty bad. Then it got super buffed for the super machine gun, and then it got kind of changed again. It's one of the tanks they've tinkered with quite a bit. Artillery Bug says he hasn't played in 3 weeks. Finished pass and put it down. How long did you actually grind pass? And if you've been done for 3 weeks, how on earth? Holy cow, dude! No wonder you stopped playing for 3 weeks.
Yeah, if you did the grind, you must have been playing 30 games a night.
So how did you do it, man? Did you do tier 6s? Did you have a plan, or did you just play and not worry about it and let it sort out? I've been wondering if people. I'm assuming it's worth it overall if you're a decent tier 10 player to play the 3 featured tanks. They seem to give a few more points. So tier 6 and the featured tier 10 seem to be the two best places to go for grinding it fast, if that's what you're worried about. Now, I kind of concentrated on the tier 6s. I did a bunch of those. But now I'm just kind of playing, and I'm still getting more or less the same advancement, so it's not. It hasn't hurt me that much.
No. And you've avoided tier 10, as such, haven't you? Because of the
I've been playing a little bit more lately, so I still intend to get back to it. And get better at tier 10. Stickler started watching when he's recovering from a broken leg. I seem to remember that, actually. I
Yes,
do seem to
yes,
remember that, yep.
that rings a bell.
And says the best tank is the one that fits your play, so I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree with that.
I mean, I certainly
Oh,
have some tanks
Wayne's made a good point. Wayne's
Yeah.
made a very good point. 279E.
Yeah, yeah,
When you're talking about what's the
yeah,
best tank,
yeah.
yeah,
There's that one and then all the rest, or the Chieftain.
and everything else.
Yeah, so it's a good point about the tank that suits your play style. I like all of them because I like to play all of them. I certainly do better in certain kinds of tanks, but I can do well in others, provided I mentally change gears and play them the way they should be played, or to their strengths. Let's not say the way they should be played. Let's say play them to their strengths,
Yeah.
because
And that's something and I guess this is something you brought from your days as a pilot, is that you have the ability to well, let's call it brain flex.
the
For want of a
Metaflex.
better word. But yeah, exactly. You
Metaflex.
can, exactly. Yeah, metaflex. You can brain flex. You can compartmentalize your brain into that's a light tank. That's a particular type of light tank play. That's a medium tank. Me, I just roll out and thinking everything's artillery. So that's why I die so quick.
I think that as far as that goes, my best advice to people is really any game or anything really, but is not to get too let me allow that, not to get too crazy about the style of the tank or the kind of tank or what it's supposed to do. The lineup of the match is going to determine a lot of what you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're the top tier light tank, and say the other tank is a TD, maybe
Yeah.
a paper cannon, glass cannon,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
one is an arty, and the middle ranks are mediums and stuff. You may in your top tier light tank have to flex to a way more damage oriented gameplay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your team probably can't afford you to try to flex alone around and find the arty or hide in a bush that's not producing any shots or whatever.
Yeah.
So you really
Yeah.
in the game, it doesn't matter what you're driving. The purpose is to reduce the other team's hit points and guns as fast as possible, or faster than they are reducing yours.
Yes, absolutely. And you've got to play the right positional play to get that.
Yeah,
You've got to be in the right spot to be able to do that. So it doesn't matter what type of tank you are, be in the right spot for the gameplay that you need to do. I would assume
Yeah.
that's on those lines.
artillery says played 8 hours a day. Did tier 8 and 10, 8 premium to pay for playing the 10s. Yeah. Stickler says the 279E might be fine, but not when I draw. Okay.
I feel your pain, my friend. Every tank that Guido goes, yeah, this is a good tank. Yeah, it's a useful tank. Blah blah. I get it, and then I just miserably fail at it.
Yeah.
Just me.
Wayne's
Oh.
hard drive died. Oh man.
Wayne's hard drive died. Crikey.
Well, there's good news. They added 5 days to Battle Pass, so you didn't lose any days according to the first end day.
Right.
All right, so 100 Battle Challenge ongoing. Tier 6 is done for Battle Pass. I didn't play any EU lately. All right, here's something I did, Pilgrim. I went into... So I had a battle, and I had another Arty Drowner.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, that's so irritating. So then I was thinking about it, and I went, I should put him on my blacklist. I don't know he's an Arty Drowner. And I said, well, I still have I still had 70 people on my blacklist for some reason.
Right.
So I went to the blacklist and I was just digging around a little bit. Most of the people on that list haven't played for years.
Right.
So I just started taking them off. So I'm like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I took every single person off my blacklist. And I am now only putting Arty Drowners on my blacklist.
Now that's a good thing to do. I think I might do the same.
Yeah.
Now that is a good. In fact, I'll do it live on air. I know you can't see me doing it, but I'm going to do that now.
It took a while
I'm
to get 70 guys off the blacklist. And like I
Yeah.
said, I didn't check them all, but I probably checked a dozen. And I'd say 8 or 9 of the dozen I checked hadn't played for anywhere from a year to 5 or 6 years. So I just
Right.
scraped them all out and went, all right, this is now my Arty Drowner list.
Right, I'm going to do the same, but I'm not going to do it live because I've actually got 273 on the
That'll
blacklist.
take a while. Yeah.
So I'll do it later on. I wonder why
Well,
I've blacklisted 273 people.
what I've been doing for the last about year and a half, 2 years, is if I saw one in chat or I saw one on the other team during just regular gameplay, I just remove it because I haven't worried too much about blacklist for a long time. But I don't
Yeah.
see them very often now, which speaks to the fact that most of the ones that were legacy blacklisters haven't played forever, and I don't run into them. Sparky, how
I
you doing,
think
man? Good morning.
that, hey, Sparky's in the house. To be fair, although there's 273 on the blacklist, predominantly it is either the name offends me because some people have chosen rather offensive names. So, and I won't go into it live, but there are some iffy names out there, and how Wargaming have allowed it through, I've no idea, right? And then secondly, if they've personally sent me a message in Garage, straight to the blacklist. Don't want to know, mate. Don't even want to read your message. You're on the blacklist. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like it when I get the
I
garage.
know you do.
I like it when
I
I
know
get
you
the
do.
garage messages because it's time to go high order when that happens.
It is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. They don't. They get. There's no mercy. No,
Yeah.
no. You're gonna
No. So anyway, fair one. I'll sit down one afternoon and take off the 273 and just add drowners on there.
TDF
So,
says
there
go
we-
ahead and just preemptively add him on.
Okay.
Uh,
No, I don't get love notes. I don't get love notes at all. In fact, I got a shout out yesterday. I was quite pleased with.
oh, nice.
I spawned into Himmel's Valley Dorf, whatever. I
Himmel's
don't know,
River.
some map.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Red Himmels.
That's the one. I spawned into there and I got Nave came up and went, "Hey, Pilgrim, where's Guido?"
Oh,
And I
right
said,
on.
"Well, Guido's asleep." So it was almost like a backhanded compliment because it's, "Hey, Pilgrim, where's Guido?" You know what I mean? Not, "Hey, Pilgrim."
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys. The next stream will be tomorrow. So I have tomorrow off, and Thursday I think is my other day off. I think I have two this week, but that's always subject to change. So Monday, sometime mid morning, there'll be the afternoon stack up charity stream for a couple hours, and then later in the week on Thursday. That's the plan. Right
Well,
now.
if you're good with it, I'll jump in with you on both times if you
Yeah.
want, because I'm off tomorrow. I've just got to pick the house general up at 1 o'clock my time, which will be, I guess, 6 o'clock in the morning for you, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, right now, because there's nothing specific to grind or worry about, picking up whoever wants to platoon and doing count-ins, that's absolutely on the table for everybody. So
Cool.
feel free, guys, if I'm streaming, to just do the join thing and jump into the platoon. So
Cool.
no worries. You don't have to have voice. If you don't have voice, I don't care. We can still platoon either way.
You could do sign language. We'll see it.
Yeah. All right,
You know,
let's
that's-
chill, man. Ready to chill?
Let's chill.
All right, let's do this. I always have to futz around with it, though. One day I'll actually figure this out, but not. This is not that day.
Because
This is
it's
not
like,
that
it's
day.
like blue cheese. No, it's blue cheese. It's not your
blue
day.
cheese?
Yeah, because it's character. There's character in this. You know, it's a bit smelly, but there's character. You know what I mean? So your stream is a bit smelly, but
You're
there
a
is
bit
character
like
to
blue
it.
cheese. Now talk about backhanded compliments. Yeah,
Yeah.
it smells like crap, but it tastes all right. Yeah.
How will you know?
Speaking of blue cheese and food, why do you always knock on the fridge door before you open it?
I've no idea. Why do you knock on the fridge door before
Well-
you open it?
There could be salad dressing.
Oh, get out of it! Oh, dad jokes. The best dad joke gets the best dad. The best dad joke gets a Type 59G.
No,
on Guido.
no. A G, yeah, because they're not for sale. Yeah.
Oh dear.
All right, guys, we're chilling. We're
chilling.
chilling. Founders bundles. What's a weird name for that?
Yeah. Why is
There's
it a
no
founder?
super mutant. There's no Minnie Mouse. What was the other founders? Oh, there's a mini. Well, there's this one. Well, this is the Minnie Mouse. Never mind. I am incorrect. It's right there staring me in the face. That is the Minnie Mouse,
there?
right?
Hang on,
yeah,
hang
yeah,
on,
I think
hang
that's
on.
it. The tier 2. Yeah, the little tier 2.
I'm trying to see where you're at. Hang on, Founders Bundle.
No, this is the French one. This is the little French one. Or is this the Minnie Mouse? God, I can't remember. Who knows?
Let's
Somebody
have a
tell
look.
me.
I'm trying to find the Founders Bundle. There we go.
Right, Stickler? The Lance and C is somehow a founder. The French autoloader, this is a late comer. This is a late comer. The Defenders of Founders bundle. I don't get it. But whatever. For whatever you want to call it, they have the bundles. We talked about these last week. Also I didn't realize this, and I don't know if it was for sale last week, but the Pack 36 or the Pack 40, sorry, the FCM 36 Pack 40 is out. So if you want to go Seal Club the living crap out of Tier 3, then that's your tank.
30 days premium? 30 days premium with it? Am I right?
Yeah. Yep. The Schmaltrum is out there, and then we've got some other. The T77, this is the package. You can buy 3 of them together. The T77, the Turtle, and the Carfin Action X you can buy bundled, but I don't see the bundle. Why do I not see the bundle?
Carnarvon.
It's not. No, you have to say it correctly.
Oh, okay.
If you're Welsh.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
It's Carfin.
Yeah, just like the one. Double L in Wales is CC.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Sorry, you were saying.
And we're gonna go to the big rock, Llandudno.
Yeah,
That place is cool. You ever go up that rock?
Yep.
With the train that's.
Yeah, it's got the it's called the light railway. It's on spoked wheels, isn't it? So it can drag itself up the hill. Yeah, that's cool.
Nice view up there of the Irish Sea, right? Yeah.
It is the Irish Sea, indeed.
Irish
it is.
Sea.
Or
Very cool.
/ North Sea.
Very cool place. I enjoyed that. That was a good day out. Little cafe up top to have a little snack and some tea, and maybe
it's like
maybe a tea and pudding together.
Tea. It's not Spotted Dick. It's not tea and Spotted Dick. It's Wales, right? They can do what they like. They have leeks and all sorts.
Yeah,
but there's also
crazy.
a cafe. There's also a cafe up at Eagle's Nest, by the way. If you didn't.
Yeah, you told me about that. That's actually pretty cool. I saw a picture of it.
It's cool.
All right, for gold, pretty standard. I did dig into the gold drip stuff. It's not a bad deal, actually. That price is about right. It is by the time you do your gold drip, about $51 worth of gold. It ends up for this one being 12,000 and whatever 360 times 20 is. Is this 2,500 maybe? This is the better deal by far, guys. Actually. So what is 360 times 20, fellas? Math in public.
Well, 2 times 360, then times it by 10. But I'm not telling you that.
7,200 on to, how much gold is it? 17. So it is 1250, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.8.
Do you know what? I think we've affected Wargaming's sales pitch here.
Yeah? Why?
Because we don't have a war chest and a Fort Knox in the same offer anymore.
Really? No, you're right.
Yeah, they've took it all away and priced it at the higher price. So
that'll show us. That'll show us.
Oh, shut up, pilgriming Guido.
Oh, you guys want to complain about two things the same and one has a discount? Well, how about you don't get the discount one?
Yeah. Can't even put a coupon against it now. Oh dear.
Now I will say that gold drip, you do have to do the missions, but provided you can do the missions, for $60 you're getting $100 worth of gold. That's
good.
That's about as good as the Christmas boxes, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's approaching Christmas box quality.
Are the missions those sort of missions where they just roll in, as opposed to you've got to focus hard on them? Are they these?
I don't know what they are. I think they're like a top 10 thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can be in top 10.
So you need a game, and I don't think you need a win. You have to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Are they daily also? I think they're daily. There's one a day. And you have and you have 30 days to do it. So you can miss some days. I don't again, if anybody's done it, let us know. Like, can you catch up? I don't know. Say you don't do it for 4 days, can you then do 4 days in one day? I don't know.
Yeah, no, that'd be interesting, yeah. Yeah.
So that
Good.
thing's out there. Premium account is pretty standard. A coupon can be used, but there's nothing special there. Go over to vehicles. There's a few other things. The code for this week is it's a bit of a tricky one. Make like a leaf. Make like a leaf. It's a $41.90 for 3 days, boosters, and a mission for 5 chocolate and a decal, a decal. And it's
decal.
this guy right here, one of my favorite tanks, the 4190 GF. This is a very, very good premium tier 8 scout. Why? Because when the scouts got reworked, it did not get nerfed. It is a tier 8.5. You know, back in the day, this thing saw 10s a lot constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Well,
still
what surprises me, Guido, with this is that, I mean, I've put the code in, and it's given me the rental, but I've already got the tank. So I've got 2 of them now. So I've got the rental.
no, the one's the GF. Which one did you get?
Well, I've got the M4190 GF,
Right.
and then the rental. Oh, and the rental's not the GF, is it?
Right. There's a few
There you go.
tanks like that. The T-34, the T-34B, the IS-6,
Yeah.
the IS-6B.
Yeah.
The Scorpion has 2 separate versions that are the same. There's multiple tanks now that have.
Oh, I've asked that question before, no? Because this is the Wargaming League tanks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like the 1357 and all that lot. Yeah. Good old Pilgrim with his Alzheimer's. I forgot last week's coffee talk. You're all right. Carry on.
It's all right, old timer. We'll get you through it.
Thank you, young man.
These are the exclusives that are generally because of the Watt Salute program. These packages are still going, and these are all the tanks we've talked about. There's quite a few in here, actually, that are exclusive.
Yeah.
So nothing else going there. Specials. The one thing I did want to touch on here, where did it go? I'm trying to find. Yeah, we'll do it on the webpage. Let's go back to the page because, and I don't know how long this has been going on. Maybe I'm way late to the party on this. I knew there were packages you could buy for On Track, but if you go over here, scroll down, you can actually. No, this is not it. These are the regular. These are not the missions you can buy. Where's the store thing? There it is. May on the Fast Track offers. Now, what's going on here, guys? There's also a light side, dark side contest. We'll talk about that in a second. May the 4th be with you is coming up in 2 days, which is a reference, obviously, to Star Wars. Everybody piles onto that. It's a tie-in without being an actual tie-in. These look like lightsabers to me. Right? So that's what's going on there.
Yeah.
These are $10 and you get some paid missions. Ooh, I don't know how much that's been going on. I don't remember that. But basically for $10 you get some special missions. It's going to give you some kits and some reserves, rations, etc. You have to be in the top 10. You can do it 5 times. So for $10, you're getting 5 each of these, but you have to play one of these 3 tanks, depending on which package you buy. The U.S., Italy, or China. So obviously China, the WZ line, but it's only the 8, 9, and 10. Interesting. For the Italians, the 8, 9, and 10 Pantera up to the Progetto 65, and then the 110E3, the T28, T95, 110E3. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I don't know.
For me, I guess for $10, it's here and there. It's priced correctly. It's pennies, isn't it? You know, for me, what's that? £7. Well, relatively, it's pennies. I'm not saying it's pennies for everybody. And if it gives you that slight boost, which it does, I mean, there's personal reserves and as the rewards and all that sort of good stuff.
There's a camo involved too. I didn't notice that. So you get that right off the top, and then you got to do the missions for the rest of it. Interesting idea.
I mean, yeah, it is. You know, it doesn't affect gameplay, so it's quite nice to be able to throw that in there for $10. Is it worth $10? Only to the person who's buying it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's 5 person reserves, but it's only crew and free XP. So it's not even just XP. Why would it be free XP? It's tied into a on track, and you're doing free XP. That's weird.
Yeah, well, that's the incentive to then change your gold, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then it's kits, which are certainly useful, and then some combat rations. So I just throw it out there. I don't remember seeing it. If it's happened before, maybe it has. I don't remember it, but I wanted you guys to be aware. Be aware of it. Here's a thing we were talking about earlier, Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Who out there, guys, uses the launcher and got the World of Warships free 14 days? Did anybody else get that offer? When I started my launcher today, and I go through the launcher, so that's why I'm saying it this way, because I know some of you guys don't use the launcher. Cliffy did, okay. So it might be worth, if you are a World of Warships, and I think it's only NA, but I don't know. If you're a World of Warships person and you don't use the launcher, my recommendation is to start the launcher up and see if you can't get to 14 days of free premium. So I just throw that out there.
Well, Cliffy got an email, he was saying as well. So.
Oh, there you go. An email. Okay. Yeah, I stay away from emails, man. I always investigate. I'll use it as info, but then I'll go. Lootbox Mechanics, how you doing, man? Hello to you to the south side of the Pacific. I'm assuming either Australia or New Zealand, one of those two.
Which flag is it? You'll have to tell me that one or that one. That's Australia.
We got all the. There
New
we
Zealand.
go. Got the whole thing.
Fun with flags.
So yeah, so that's out there. Let's see. Let's get back to Chrome here. All right, what else we got going on for shilling? It is dark side, light side. All right, so click on this, fellas. You go to the dark side versus light side. Obvious connection to May the 4th, Star Wars stuff. You're gonna have to redeem a code. There's the code, but the button works as well. And then you get a mission. Do 1,000 damage. Yada yada. But hey, wait a minute. What happens? Do you get anything for it? It just says do the mission.
Oh, just do the mission.
It just. Hold on, let me read this. Hold on. The winning side gets a style for free. So, completing a mission yields 1 token. In order to get the reward, you must be on the winning team and have earned at least 1 token. Oh, jeez. Okay, so basically, you're going to pick a side and then play the game. And whoever gets the most tokens is going to get a style, and the other people get kicked in the jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you,
now it makes more sense.
Yeah, if you get more tokens, you take the high ground.
Yeah.
And then you defeat Anakin, or you defeat Obi-Wan. I think because gamers are such a bunch of edgy kind of guys, I would imagine Darkside's going to have more players. That's my guess.
Well, I signed up for it because, you know, I'm an edgy type of guy. Really.
You signed up for the dark side?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on, man.
It's a recommendation for anybody. I'm like, Darth Vader was British. Like, you got to sign up for the dark side.
No, he's not British.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he's Anakin. He's from what is that? What's the damn planet called?
I don't
Tatooine.
know. Really?
He's Tatooinean.
He's Britishish. Britishish.
Was the actor the big tall guy? He was British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
Used to be my name. Used to be my name. No, he didn't.
You ever see the video of the Chewbacca actor before they did the voiceover stuff, doing scenes, and he's talking through the mask? So he's saying the lines that Chewbacca's saying in English.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Cool.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's on YouTube. Go find it. It's hilarious. You got all the rest of the actors and the voices you recognize, and instead of the you hear some guy in British voice saying whatever Chewbacca was saying.
Brilliant. Oh, I'll check that out. Yeah, I will do.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Little puberty hit me right there.
I thought your underwear was a bit tight. Yeah. Oops.
All right, so that's dark side, light side. Make it happen, folks. Make it happen. I think that's it for the missions. Did you have anything else on the missions and stuff? We can go take a look in the UI and see if there's anything interesting in there. There's quite a bit.
There's a May preview, Memorial Day. Did we cover that last week?
No, we didn't. We can take a look at that. And I looked at it. It's down here. I looked at it, and this is what I was saying when we started. There's just not that much going on because all there is the ongoing Clan Wars, Battle Pass, which everybody's aware of, a Cobra finishing up on May 18th, so that's in Math and Public 16 days, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
The referral program is starting. The referral program is the 2 tanks are now the Revelarici, the Tier 8 for the commander, and a pretty good Tier 6 T-34-45M for the recruit. So if you've got a new player coming in, make sure you do that referral thing, and you can grab yourself a Rev, and they can get themselves a T-30-45 when you complete the contract. So those are both pretty good tanks. Actually, they're right there. You can see them in the background. Tank Brawl goes on today, and then it's over again. What do you guys think? What's everybody's opinion? We'll talk about it when we get into subjects du jour on Tank Brawl, because I thought something would make it really bad, but I don't know if it really hurt it at all. Month-long events, there are a lot of drops going on. It's that time thing again. You have to be there for X amount of time. The more consecutive you watch, the more bonuses and all that good stuff. So that's a good deal. Watch Salute mission, earn consumable. That's every month for the last year and a half. On tracks. There you go. Those are the tanks.
Talking on tracks, I like the fact that they've got the French lights on there because, the French mediums. Because I'm just about on the edge of getting the tier 10, and it'll just help out. Now I've never bothered with an on track before. I've just let them roll. No, I've never bothered. I just thought I don't even. It's because I don't understand it. Okay, so I just thought I'm not bothered. But I'm actually going to dig into this and see what I need to do to get the on track to move to that, because I'm just that far away from the tier 10.
Yeah, Cliffy says the on track discount was nerfed. I did read something about that. What did it go from and to?
Oh, okay.
Was it 30%? Now it's 15 or something like that.
Has it? Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I'm just throwing those numbers out. I'm not exactly sure. I read something about it.
Cliffy said 30% to 15%.
There you go. Yeah, from 30 to 15. So
well, it's still a discount. I'm not moaning about it. You know, it's just a discount, isn't
it? So we got these things. The Girls and Panzer thing, the Founders bundles are going to the end of May. The pack, the Schmaltram, Carnarvon, T-77, and Turtle. Those are the ones I think you can buy. All right. Was there actually a package for those 3, or did it just make it look like it was supposed to be one?
No, it said bundle, but there was separate. There was tanks separated. There wasn't a bundle. If you go back to it, there was no buy this and you get the 3 tanks. As far as I could see, it was you could buy any one of these.
Oh, okay. Well, I was incorrect. You're right. They're all separate. Okay. It says.
Why call it a bundle?
Why call it a trio?
Yeah, why call
it? I mean, it's a trio, but it makes it sound like they're doing a bundle. All right. That explains that. I misspoke. Sorry, guys. What else? That's it for May, I think, man. Let me see. Where did we?
Well, you got Mother's Day celebrations. What are they going to do on the 6th of May to the 13th of May? What are they going to do? Mother's Day. They're going to put bunches of flowers and chocolates on tanks, like they do. Like
Probably.
They put surfboards on them. Or things.
Yeah, candy and Easter bunnies and everything. Happy Victory Day, player class right. This week, guys, in case you missed it, is discount for crew stuff. So crew respec retraining is discounted. Actually, let's see, where's that? Crew is Crucial, I believe is what it's called. There it is. So, important PSA, if you missed it. It's ×4, as you can see in your own garage right there. But 25% gold for qualification change and a half price for skill reset, crew training and retraining. Good stuff. And if you need barracks for some reason, you can buy those as well. Oh, that's free. Okay, free XP to crew XP. So a better free XP to crew XP. Man, I don't do that. I wouldn't really recommend that. There's so many books and things. It's probably better to buy books than to waste free experience doing crew stuff. But if you have to, this is the time to do it.
It's very expensive anyway, without it being discounted. I mean, I would never do it, because to move your, say, skill 4 to skill 5, it's hundreds of thousands of XP. You know, it's like, I'm not using 200,000 XP to try and move it up 3%. What's the point?
Yeah,
exactly. Get your crew books.
So I don't know how many people actually use that. I've done it in the past just to bump things up a little bit because I just don't need free experience that much, and I've got 804,000 of them. Only when a new line comes out do I need too much of it. So
Yeah, I think most people now have clicked on it. They'll grind the tank to the next level and then use free XP to get the modules out the way. So you've got all the top gun and top. I mean, most people have got that under the belt already, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know.
So the girls and Panzer thing, I guess the good news here, I guess, is you don't actually have to play that tank to get the missions and get the stuff. So it looks like I've finished all those things. Brawl does have some missions, guys. I would play Brawl enough to get this stuff right here, the 100,000. That's 100,000 credits and some PRs just to, if you're number one. That's not that easy, but it can be done. I've only played enough to get 8 wins, so I'm probably not going to get 22 wins today, so I won't end up with the style, but it's a pretty cool style. The Dazzle style is not too bad. And each day, if you get 7 kills, you grab and this is a good deal, a 50% bonus. So I would at least try to finish this and maybe this one, but you do have to be top experience to get it. There was a 75,000 silver one, but I guess that was a one-off. It doesn't look like it resets.
No, I've still got that. I've still got the 75.
Oh, no, 75, sorry. You're right, it is right there. Oh, it's 75 end. Okay, good deal.
Yeah, it is a good deal, and crew books.
So, let's just talk about Brawl. Might as well go into it since we're sitting here with it.
Yeah.
I made a video a couple days back and said, all right, you guys screwing up. You know, you're getting your peanut butter in my chocolate, and you're getting your chocolate in my peanut butter kind of argument, right? With adding the frontline magic powers to it. I haven't felt that it mattered. Anybody else?
No.
Anybody else?
No.
Now, I will say, we did see this, Pilgrim and I did see this, and I think you would agree with me. It did draw some of the moths to the flame going to get the magic power, but I didn't feel like it overpowered anything. It did seem to distract the rental players, correct, Cliffy? Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's nail on the head, Cliffy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going with that. But exactly, the worst, the bad players, occasionally good players would grab it to do something with. One, I saw it used one time really effectively that I thought was pretty good for the team. It was Lakeville, and our team went to the town. Thank God. 2 rentals were headed to the damn valley, and I started typing in, "Do not go valley. Come to town with us." And for a wonder, one of them listened and came with us, and the other one changed his mind and went down the middle road and got obliterated.
Prophetic.
You know, as one does when one drives a heavy down the middle road of Lakeville, you go back to garage quickly.
Absolutely.
But the other 6 of us are in town, and our 2 mediums, I think, or a light and a medium, went straight in there and grabbed the power up, or whatever you want to call it. On Lakeville is right there by the church in the middle courtyard.
Yeah.
They grabbed it first, and we trundled on in. And then what they did is they did the recon flight, which apparently just lights up the whole map.
Oh, okay.
And it told us that 2 of their guys were going in valley, so we just dogpiled the 3 or 4 tanks that were in town.
Okay,
and
useful.
Easy win.
Yeah.
So we didn't even have to go scout the valley. So something to think about, maybe. I don't think the smoke screen's too useful. Maybe.
Do you know what the power up is going to be before you get there? Or do you choose once you've got it?
You choose it, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've grabbed it once, and I did it on stream, and I've screwed up launching it, and then I died, so I wasn't able to use it.
Okay.
It's control.
It's individual. So whoever gets to that point gets the power up, not the team.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first person on. So even if 5 pile on, it doesn't go faster if there's more people on, like a cap does. Right. The first person on gets it unless they take damage, and then it goes to the next person for their time,
right.
and then they select one of 4, like Wayne said.
Right.
So that's something to think about, actually. I think the airstrike is pretty good. I got killed by the airstrike once in a light tank. Okay. And I don't know if that airstrikes everybody or you have to set it. That I don't know. But I think that and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he actually had it go look in the valley. Do you guys know? Do you actually set it up like you do on Frontline? Do you have to that wonky control where you tell which way the airplane has to go, or is it just, or does it just light everyone's position up for you?
Yeah, no, that'd be interesting. To be honest, I've totally ignored it. I've not even, it doesn't cross my consciousness at all. It reads like Recon lights everyone in the web page. Okay.
I think it does, Cliff. Yeah, I think because that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and resetting cap with the airstrike's a good idea too. So
Yeah.
I would prefer it's not there. I don't think
No.
it needed it. I don't think it was as bad a problem as I thought it might be, but I think it was a problem, like a little bit. And I guess if more people like it than don't like it, but again, I have to always go back to the stance that, well, it wasn't that bad. I backed that up and go, well, let's not have it wasn't that bad. Let's just not have the stupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Cliffy's probably along the same lines as the way I feel about it. It was gimmicky, but it wasn't a mode breaker because it never even crossed my consciousness. What I did notice is that if there was a significant number of WB players, they tended to go there instead of the meta for the map.
Yeah.
So I would go to wherever was the best to deal damage against the enemy team, wherever it was spotted, along with 2 or 3 non-WB players. The WB players were all, they were like channeled into this, let's get to that spot. And you're like, okay.
So I'll say this, though, because the event was so short, we're not going to get enough time to see really what the final effect of those powers would be. Because given a month or so of players playing it and figuring out when to best use them, one or two of them are going to become the important one. And it might get to the point where it is important to grab one of those, and it might change for a maps too, depending on your map.
Yeah.
You may want to have one or the other.
Yeah.
So it's like anything with the game. Once you release it out into the wild and the players start figuring out, 4 days is not really enough for any kind of meta to establish itself.
No.
But if this went on for months, some of those might be overpowered, they might be underpowered, they might be more useful. We won't really know. For example, the recon on Lakeville, letting us know that there were 2 dopes over in the valley. That's really important on that particular map in Brawl. Yeah. If you take everyone into the city, well, everyone but the one idiot that disintegrated on the road, and they have 3 or 4 guys and they have 2 over there, you're just going to dogpile and it's pretty much over.
It's also map specific as well, Greedo, because whichever power up it is, sometimes it's not going to be as useful.
Sure.
So, for example, you've got that one that was useful for the valley, but it might not be useful as Himmelsdorf. It wouldn't be so useful on Himmelsdorf because generally you sort of know where everybody's going to be on Himmelsdorf. It's a small map. So yeah, can I just give a shout out to Nave? He was the one that gave me a shout out yesterday and said, "Hi, Pilgrim. Where's Guido?" Thanks, Nave.
That was sleepy time. Frontlines, Wayne. Frontlines is coming back this year. There was some bad information that came out on one of the streams. I don't know if it was only bad information because it was wrong. I don't think it was a case of somebody intentionally trying to put out bad information. So let's just, whether it was a mistake or it was interpreted wrong or whatever. But my understanding, reading Harkonnen's blog, he was supposedly directly contacted by Wargaming them own selves, and they said yes, it's coming back this year. Second half of the year. That was the plan that we knew earlier. Then there was this kind of bad info about it's not coming back, and then they reached out to Harkonnen and said no, the plan is for it to come back. Yeah, she misheard. Yep. So
the thing is, Guido, and I know we've all got our own viewpoints on this. It's like Brawl. It's one of the modes that makes me enjoy the game so much more. And please, Wargaming, don't mess with it too much. It is a good credit grind.
Pilgrim. What do you think they're doing to it right now?
Messing with it. Oh, it's not going to be a mode I'm going to dislike.
I hope it's a new map.
It's going to kill me.
I hope it's a new map. I hope
Yeah.
the main focus of the time is building a new map and not what Cliffy just said, making it better.
Better.
We'll see.
Less of a credit grinder.
Now here's the question though: what will the purpose be? Other than it's just another mode. I get it. Some people like that. This is my problem with Brawl to some extent. And why I didn't play it extensively. I do love it. I like it, but there were no battle pass points.
No. No.
So, well, yeah, Wayne. Frontlines worked so well because it was the basic game.
Yeah.
You could grind your tanks. You were making credits for the tanks. It was all the basic game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But much like Brawl, if I'm not getting battle pass points, there's a battle pass event going on. That's the big event, and you release this small mode, which is really good. Thank you, but you don't. There's no progress on battle pass, so that just immediately limits the amount of desire people are going to have to play it.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I can't really wrap my mind around unless it's some kind of technical problem. I'll tell you what, if they allowed battle pass points in some fashion for Brawl, they'd have had a ton of people piling into that.
Yeah. 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 Because you know what? We've said this before. The 7 versus 7 brawl at tier 10. I would play those tier 10s all day long. I mean, I did 30 battles a day for the last week or so.
Yeah.
Predominantly, mostly on brawl, as many as I could on brawl. I didn't win any, but yeah, but even so, even though I get 10 losses on brawl, I enjoyed it because the challenge is so much greater, 7-on-7, and it makes all the maps so much more useful. It makes
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
the mobility and everything else. Bring it in.
Yeah, I love it. There's so much more you can do
Yeah,
with only 7 tanks on the map. And when they're tier 10s, they basically have most maps covered anyway. It's just not so saturated.
yeah,
Yeah, Cliffy, that you're right. They intend it to be nearly constant. So in my mind, that means when you build these other little modes, they should give some kind of progression in your constant, background progression thing. So
yeah.
just around midnight, good morning. How you doing? Welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, even if it was anything, yeah, Cliffy, anything, any small tidbit of progress, but to simply have none, I think it's just self-limiting. You are making a conscious decision in that fact, in that case, that you don't care that people aren't going to play the brawl mode because they can't get
Yeah,
battle pass. I mean, that's how I feel
yeah,
about it. I like it. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I might do some of the missions and stuff. I do like it, but it's not compelling enough to me to do a bunch of that when I'm grinding battle pass points on the rest of
yeah.
the account.
And it's almost as if and I can't understand Wargaming doing this because what they've done is conflicted two modes. Instead
Yeah,
of making it, it's synchronized, they've created conflict. So people have to choose either you're going to go ahead and press your battle pass, or you're going to go and do your brawl, or you're going to dip into brawl and not really make it the mode that it is. And there we have it, because what you saw, I don't know if you saw it, but what I saw certainly late at night was the WBs were maxing out the teams. Now, nothing against that. I've got no problem with putting the rentals out there, but the people who were particularly playing at that point with the WBs, it felt like they weren't tier 10 players,
yeah,
if you see what I mean. They hadn't done all the grind, but they were just going out there with the tier 10. So what happens is you get people dipping in, instead of going, okay, I'm going to focus on Brawl for a whole week. You get all the good players, you get all the the standard player base coming in with their tier 10s and all the rest of it. And because all right, it costs a lot of credits, but
yeah,
you know, it's a mode that people, I think, would absolutely, really, really dig into and enjoy if it
yeah,
was synchronized.
yeah. And Cliffy, that's exactly why they added extra days to battle pass. That was to mitigate the feeling of missing out, the FOMO, fear of missing out on battle pass. But that's not how it works, right? it is an okay move. I like it. It's not an okay move. It's a good move. But mentally, psychologically, people are still going to go, "Ooh, I'm not getting." Even though I know I have 5 extra days, I'm not getting any progress on Battle Pass. And man, I just want to get Battle Pass done so I can get my cool tank. So all right,
Yeah.
I'll play a little bit of Brawl. Really, for my money, you just turn all the tier 10 into Brawl. Hey, we're going to take 5 minutes, guys. It's been about an hour, so we're going to take a quick 5 minute break. You guys refresh your coffee, your tea, your milk, whatever it is. We'll be back in 5. All right, guys, we are back. Finishing up the old brawl discussion. What else we got in here? We're still trolling through the UI. Multipliers are on track. There are 3 on tracks going on. Watt salute. Crew is crucial. What do we got in here? Oh, good. You get some personal reserves. So you're going to need 15 battles in the top 10. Of course, you get the extra crew experience the whole way. Here's
time limited that though, Guido.
It's this weekend, yeah. Yep, it's just this weekend. So it'll end today. Here's Commander AF's special mission. Remember, the code is make like a leaf. Is that what it was?
Yeah, what's that referring to? Is that referring to the leaf blower? Why would that be the case? Make like a leaf. Don't know.
I don't know. Don't know. Maybe it's in the video. You have to watch the video. I only fast forward through it to get the code. I don't.
Yeah, I do.
Although I will say,
I'm quite impressed with the length of her hair. It's grown even more. Probably. Do you know what I mean? She has it like. I mean, I'm not a hairdresser. Don't get me wrong, guys. I don't drive an MX-5. I'm not a hairdresser, but she's got this swirly thing going on, hasn't she? So it's about 12 foot long now, isn't it? She's like Rapunzel, isn't she? She's like, she lives in a tower and she lets her hair down so people climb up it or something.
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no comment on any of it. It is worth watching though, because she does occasionally have some good info and stuff that they want to get out to the community. So, and they're usually only
nice
about.
Hair.
Unlike this long drawn out exercise and futility. Her video is nice and compact and has actual good information in it. So we're just
Oh dear, bless her.
Yeah, they did a little joke with the blank screen thing. Community hunting on track, and then the G.I. Joe Cobra bundle. I think I'm done with Cobra. Did I finish it? Yeah, it looks like it. So there's some goodies for the Cobra bundle. That's if you have the Prime Gaming. There's the light side thing. And it's just keeping track of how many you've done. So it looks like I've done 9. I've contributed is the word I'm looking for. 9 to the light side.
Have you really?
Yep.
Well, you're going to get spanked by the dark side. That's all I can say.
I know. Edgy gamers. Edgy. I have to be a Sith. I'm an edgy gamer.
Yeah, unless you're Wayne. He's just shilled Guido and gone on the light side. Thanks, Wayne.
Way to go, Wayne. That's right. Come on. Be the good guy, man. Why does everybody always have to be the edgy anti-hero? I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, no. No, the woke society will tell you that Darth Vader was just misunderstood.
I know. This is exactly what I know. Right? It's not his fault. I got it.
It's not his fault.
No. Nothing is ever your fault.
No, he didn't. He didn't get the same toys as the rest of the kids in the street, so he felt pressured. You know.
Yeah. He was so unloved.
Yeah.
He was so unloved. His mom did everything she could just to give him a chance at a better life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho.
Where are we?
I don't know where
Commander AF Cupid Challenge. We were at Commander AF Cupid Challenge.
I think we're done with missions and specials.
Okay, we're done with missions.
Subjects du jour. As always, guys and gals, if you have any questions or something you want us to talk about or you want to talk about, chuck it down into the comments. But we're going to talk about Steam first. There's really not a lot to say here. What is up with the angst about it? I'm missing something here.
So just fill me in on this, because I wasn't aware of this. I thought you could already do World of Tanks on Steam, but anyway, let's just fill me in.
Well, okay, so they finally made the deal with Steam, which
right.
Steam takes a cut. I don't know what their contract is, so
okay.
I'm sure it's not going to be advertised. In theory, the way Steam lives is they host the games and they get a percentage of sales or per customer. I don't know, whatever it is that they do. Because otherwise, why would they have a company if they're not being paid to do something? And then they put it all in a nice package and sort it out really nicely on your computer right in front of you, all your games, they update, you can pause the updates, you can tell them what, blah blah blah. You can, if you want to if you want to delete it, you can, and if you want to reload it because it's on your account, you can reload it later, which I find is one of the best things.
Which is
about
what
Steam.
I understood. Right, I get that because now, okay, on Steam I've got the library, and in my library is all the games that I've had on Steam, but maybe I've deleted them, but I can always get them back again. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I rage delete, especially if it was like Destiny.
Right. Yeah, but if you
Rage delete it.
but the Steam, the company remembers you've bought that, and you can reload it
You can
anytime
get it
you
back
want.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I get that. Right.
If you buy a new computer, you load up Steam, you log into your account, you can put a game on your new computer. I mean,
That's
it's
useful. That's useful.
know,
Okay,
so-
I didn't know that. Yeah.
and there's negatives to it. It is a bit of a resource hog. There's other things going on. VR is kind of clunky sometimes. Blah 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 blah. Well, and what Cliffy said there is free to play. They usually host Steam only microtransactions, so they will monetize in ways like that as well. And there'll be some kind of deal between them and World of Tanks, whatever it is. Whether it's a chunk sum to start or yearly thing or only microtransactions, I don't know what it is.
Right.
There's a lot of customers playing World of Tanks, but you can't use your current account. So I can't take my account and link it to the Steam and do my launching and everything through Steam, because I can build a new account. Right?
Well, that's odd.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Well, and that's the angst. That's why people are freaking out.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just agreeing with Randall. I don't see the advantage of putting what onto Steam. I mean, I've got Steam, but I've got also the client. I mean, I just launch World of Tanks from the launcher.
For an established player, there probably isn't a whole bunch of
Okay.
usefulness to it.
Okay.
I mean, if Steam customers got a bunch of cool deals that were Steam only exclusives, if that
Yeah.
develops in the future, then that would be a reason potentially. If you like all the rest of your games being in one place, that's a reason potentially.
Okay.
Cliffy, I think, said something about the Wargaming Center, how people hate it. Some people just want to get rid of the work. They don't want to do that. In fact, there's workarounds to just double-click the icon and don't even have to go through. I've never had a problem with the Wargaming Center. I don't know why there's so much.
There was a lot of noise about access to your computer through the Wargaming Center. There was a lot of noise, whether it's true or not.
Yeah, congratulations.
the
Every
background
piece of software you ever downloaded does that.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. There was a lot of noise on the forums about it, though. Oh, I'm not giving them access to my computer.
oh yeah, you give access to
You're
everything,
right.
but you're gonna die on that hill. The Wargaming Center is the line. That's
Yeah. Chrome. There you go, Cliffy. Absolutely right. Chrome.
yeah,
Chrome
exactly.
just knows your shoe size, for crying out
Yeah,
loud.
Google's not spying on you at all.
No, not at all.
Through- yeah.
I don't get specific ads sent to me any time whatsoever. I just get a lot of naughty.
Yeah,
sites.
it's not weird when you're talking near your phone, you haven't actually clicked a single thing or looked up a single thing, and then an ad for that shows up on your Chrome on your PC.
No, let's not overthink this. Oh dear.
So anyway,
Exactly.
so
Anyway.
what's been happening, I guess, is, and I'm looking at the Steam page right now. 451 reviews, mostly negative.
Oh, okay.
So for whatever reason, the fanboys and girls have decided to take their gamer rage, go to Steam, and drop negatives about almost 90%, maybe more. I can't link my current account. It's garbage, which has nothing to do with the game or the, if you're, I don't get it, man. What is the point?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's obviously first of all, it's a negotiation between Watt and Steam to be able to package it. Secondly, it suits some people. Thirdly, it may well bring new players into the game, and maybe that's what Watt's put it in there for, because previous, people who've got Steam may not have thought about World of Tanks, but now they can open an account through their Steam package and get that. I get that totally. But for me personally, has it affected me in any way, shape, or form? I didn't even know about it till we discussed it, so I don't care. Simple as that. I'm quite happy to click my Game Center. I won't put it on Steam. There's no point because I don't want another account, but if I ever want to, there we go. I can have a second account on the NA server. Happy days.
Here's a classic one, and I don't think this is unique to necessarily to World of Tanks players. Maybe it is. People who have a lot of games, a lot of time in other games, and are active on the forums and the community might be able to let us know down there. I suspect it's probably fairly common across the board. There's always a love-hate relationship, but for some reason, World of Tanks has this group of people who adamantly hate the game but keep playing it.
Yeah. I hate this game. I'm going to uninstall it today. Oh, tomorrow I'll be back on again.
So, this is one of the top. This is one of the top reviews posted on May 1st by Icy, a guy named Icy. I have started playing this game in 2017. He has 27,000 plus battles across several game modes. Too long, didn't read. If you were my friend and into tanks, and you would ask me, should I start playing this game? My answer is, hell no, stay away, save your time, your money, your nerves.
Oh, crying out loud.
Well, how is that not good advice for you if you hate it that much? If you were my friend and into tanks and don't know where to spend your money, and on top a masochist, and you would ask me, should I start playing this game? My answer would be, sure, you can. You can endure the endless amount of stupidity of the community and developers.
Do you know what? That's like, well, stop sucking your own toes, buddy. Take a walk. Take a walk on the wild side. Go on. Yeah, you.
Let's see. What makes the game not enjoyable? The developer wargaming. Wargaming is not interested in developing the game. With the community, it's more like my game, my rules. Sure, they ask from time to time, so this is the... Wargaming sucks, okay? Pay to progress. Pay to win and greediness of the developer. That goes on for a while. Ammunition. Why is ammunition a bad thing? There are 4 types of shells. Mid to high tier tanks can shoot 3 of them. There are high explosive, heat, and APCR. Let's not talk about HE because this is a never-ending story. It just goes on and on. In-game currencies. Credits, gold, and bonds. Start with bonds, as you already know. How do you already know? You get bonds. He must have mentioned it earlier. As you already know, you get bonds. How do you know? You're doing a review. I'm trying to find out if I want this.
Oh, dear.
Let's see. Anyway, next one. Thumbs down. Can't use my existing account. This is a joke. I don't get it, man. If you have an existing account, you're out of luck. Thumbs down. Can't recommend. You can't link your account. Thumbs down. Oh my God, it goes on and on. Somebody puts an ASCII turd, the emoji turd, and that's his name. That's his whole review. The emoji turd. I always wanted to play this, to review this game. I played this game for 6 years, and I must give it negative review. 6 years. He played it 6 years, and now he's got to get it off his chest with a negative review.
Well, you've got to say a couple of things about this, really, haven't you? First of all, the geezer who did that complete huge review, he's actually spent valuable lifetime typing all that in. So he may well have less years on this earth than I've got, for example, but he decided to waste that little bit of time of his own life to put crap on there that actually, it could be truisms, I don't know, but anyway, his own personal opinion out there for a game that he's probably still playing and he still has it on his computer. You know what I mean? Oh dear.
So then my question is, let me read through. I'm trying to see if anybody... Does anyone else have experience in a community that plays a game despite supposedly hating it for so long? And I think it is. I'm sure it happens in other games. I think it's fairly unique though to World of Tanks because there are a lot of people who are continually negative but they play constantly.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It is absolutely bizarre. Now it's different from you and I being critical of things we don't like about it.
Yeah.
But I don't get on stream, and you and I don't start up this coffee talk with, all right, let's talk about the thing we hate the worst in the world, this crappy game that we've played for 9 years.
Yeah. I think to be honest, what we do is because we have a passion for the game, we love the game, but we can see from an outsider's point of view and a player's point of view things that could make the game somewhat better in our own personal opinion. And we're not talking for everybody here, we're just talking about our own personal opinions. But having played the game for so long, I believe we have a right to have that vote, to be able to say, I've played this game for 8 years, you've played it for 11 years, or whatever it may be. We have that right to go, I've been loyal, I've stayed with this game. There are some things that would make this game so much better for me, in my personal opinion. If that comes about, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, this is not me saying, holy cow, you can't be negative. Right? It's not like, oh, you just could. Guido says if you've played for 6 years, you can't be negative. That's not it at all. It's going in and flaming them on a review on Steam.
Yeah.
Just to vent your spleen about some things in the game you don't like that supposedly you don't recommend and hate, but you've played for 6 years.
I you know what? In the UK, we have people like that, and they work on local councils. I don't know if you've got it in the States, but they work on local councils, and they'll come out and they'll rant and rave about somebody's painted the double yellow lines on the road 3 inches out of place. And they will rant and rave about it for days on end. They will have meetings in the council offices. They will have, Zoom meetings where they continually rant and shake the fist at all the world, Oh, dear. Love it.
Yeah, and I suppose it's not unique to this game. It is a gamer thing. But, again, there's that... It just gets into the level of silly... Like, the forum is covered in it,
Yeah.
I hate this, I hate that, I hate this game, I hate this company. And you look at their record, and they played today, 10 games, and they have 45,000, 80,000, 20,000, whatever battles. You're like, what are you doing, dude? I mean, clearly, it makes them feel better to complain. And maybe they think they're being edgy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got an opinion, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
Randall Green cracks me up. He only plays Angry Birds other than World of Tanks, so... I like Angry Birds. It's cool. Do you see that? In fact, it's on topic. Do you see the Star Wars version of Angry Birds? That's even better.
Oh, really?
That is cool. Yeah, you get Darth Vader with the little saber. You can fling him. You can fling him with, the catapult thing. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly, Cliffy. Anyone that likes it is a shill. Artillery says Counter-Strike has the same kind of stuff going on. Yeah, I believe it.
Does it? Oh, okay.
Minesweeper. Yeah. Minesweeper. The classic.
World of Warcraft says Howie. I didn't realise World of Warcraft had a community. For what I've seen Quickie Baby do it once.
Oh, World of Warcraft has a massive community. Massive.
Okay.
That's like one of the prototype long-lasting games. That one's older than Tanks.
Okay.
Really?
And
it's still massive. Yeah, it's still one of the top grossing games out there.
Okay, well, I stand corrected, but I can't get my head around it because I don't do. You like it, don't you?
Yeah.
I can't do.
Oh yeah.
I can't do fantasy figures fighting.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, I never got into World of Warcraft though. I don't know why. That's one I never got in. I played it a little bit, but I never really got into it too much. Especially since Tanks. All right, well that's it. So there you go. Steam in a nutshell. I don't know what to tell you. It's if you want to re-roll, you can re-roll to Steam. Here's the problem though. I think you're going to download a new client.
Really?
I think. But I don't know how that works. Anybody know? Does anybody know if you're getting a new client when you do that? There's a lot of bad info out there, so I don't want to spread that like it's gospel truth. But I think you do have to have a new client, and that's painful.
So that client would only sit on Steam. It would not sit.
Well, it's wherever you put it. Whatever hard
against
drive.
your World of Tanks client.
Whatever hard drive you put it in.
Well, you can't have two clients together, can you? You can't.
You can. Just have to have the right address pointed. Yeah.
Oh, of course, if you've got a different email address, you can have another client downloaded.
Well, you know, so your NA account, your NA client can have any number of accounts attached to it. I don't know if that works for Steam.
Got you, got you. Yeah, I've done the same with the EU. I'm stupid. Yeah, I've got 2 accounts on the EU, and I've
Right,
got 1
but if
client.
you're on
Yeah,
EU,
yeah,
you have to have a separate client.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
actually a workaround. Somebody gave it to me a while ago. There is another piece of software you can download that will let you use the same client for EU and NA. I can't remember what it's called, but and I don't know if it breaks every time mods come out or the version changes. So I don't know how that works.
Okay.
I have a separate EU client just to so I don't have to futz around with third party
Yeah,
stuff being downloaded on my computer.
yeah. Well, I've got that in the game center. I got the choice. I can either do the NA server or the European server. When I go to the European server, it gives me the choice of one of which one of the 2
Sure.
accounts do you want to actually open up against this client.
Yeah.
So I get it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've got like
understand.
4 that are attached to my NA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause you'll have your CC account attached to the NA.
I
You'll
do,
have
yeah. The sheriff
your
account
normal
is there
account.
too. Yep.
Yeah,
So I can jump right into that.
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Morning, Metal Lover Madness.
Metal Lover, what's happening, man? Um, we talked about Frontline. We talked about Brawl already. Just real quick PSA, and again, this is one of those things that probably most people know in here, but if you don't for some reason, Pilgrim and I were talking about it. If you see this button that says exterior and it has little red lights next to it, it means you've got some new stuff down there. But even if you don't have the little red lights, remember that you can go into your decals, emblems, and inscriptions and sell stuff. So
Yeah.
if you don't use these things, this button over here on the left, if you click that, that'll be the ones that are in your garage. So if you unclick it, it's all of them, and you can buy the ones you don't have. But if you click it, these are only the things that are in your garage. This Diving Eagle decal, if I right-click it, where it says sell, I can sell those for 24,000 each. No, 24,000 total, I believe. Right? Let me see here. Each. So if I sell them, I'll make 144,000. Not all of the things can be sold. This one, for example, I haven't broken the code on what can be sold and what can't. All you can do is right-click it and see if sell is allowed. There's a lot of money in there, fellas. If you haven't done this, you'll be surprised at how much money. If you've been playing this game and you have not gone in there and sold the stuff you don't use, you got a lot of cash sitting around in those areas. So take a look at it. Inscriptions, emblems, and decals. You could sell camouflage too. Can you sell it?
I think you can.
No, it doesn't look like it. Interesting. I didn't know that. I can't. Oh,
Oh, I
here's
didn't
one.
know
I
that.
found
Oh,
one
you
I
could.
can. I can sell the
Oh yeah, yeah.
Canadian. So there are some you can sell and some you can't. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to it really. I don't know what. I have exactly 2 of them I can sell for 3 of them. Don't know. Only the stuff you paid gold for. Well, there you go. Winterlanders got it. Thank you. So
What? Yeah. Obviously, if you paid for it, then you should be able to sell it. Then, shouldn't you? I think that's fair enough, isn't it? What's your highest number of decals? What's your biggest number of decals while you're on?
it was.
Which one have you got? Or emblems? Either
Emblems I have more of. The most decals I have is 12, but emblems, when I slide all the way over to the right side here and we look at the Halloween 2017, I have 108 of those. So those were apparently given out a little bit. Yeah, pumpkins, exactly. Cliffy, the
yeah.
stupid pumpkins.
What's the quantity? I've got 141 pumpkins. What? And I can't sell them.
How do you have 141? You got more than I do. Wow.
I know. Hey, Pilgrim on top. Get
Yeah,
it.
baby. I have 24 Sabaton things I'll never use.
Yeah. What?
51 Meathead.
How many Sabatons? Just say that again.
24 Sabaton emblems.
Right, 60.
What?
Pilgrim on top.
Wow.
Pilgrim on top.
51 Meathead. 51 Meatheads.
Meatheads?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, I've got to go 24.
58 Chieftain hats.
No, I've only got 30 of those. Pilgrim's slowly sliding down the scale now.
Yeah. So, check that out. Like I said, not all of them are sellable. Saleable? Sellable? Whatever word that is.
Yeah. Flogging.
All right. I think that's pretty much it, man. You guys got any parting shots, questions, comments, criticisms before we let everybody get back to their Sunday?
While they're typing, I've got a competition.
Competition time. Here we go.
Here we go. Now, competition time. Fingers ready, right, guys? Typing. Fingers ready for Google. Get your Google up. Get your whichever it is, your browser. Get your flexi finger going, right? Not your artillery finger, but your flexi finger. Okay, because you're gonna have to Google this. Okay, the competition for 500 gold this week is all about something called Little Willie and Big Willie. So it's all about willies today. Okay. So, what? Okay, what? And we're talking World of Tanks now. What was Big Willie, and what was Little Willie? Who built Little Willie, and who built Big Willie? And how heavy was Little Willie, and how heavy was Big Willie? And then finally, what was the nickname of Big Willie?
That is a nickname.
No.
Can't have a nickname.
There was a given secret code name given to Big Willie.
Ah.
So, what was Little Willie? What was Big Willie? How heavy was Little Willie? How heavy was Big Willie? Who built both Willies? And what was the secret code word for Big Willie? Fingers on Google. First one to get it.
Let's see what this is. Ah, okay.
Ah.
It's apropos, I guess.
Well, it's subject related, is it not?
Yeah.
Willies? I thought we'd get comments about Viagra. Now behave yourself, Winterlander.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody built it. What is
Somebody
it?
built.
So you want to know what it is?
Yeah, I need to know what it is.
Each one. Who built each one?
Yeah, each one, little and big.
How much they each weighed?
How much they each weighed? Who built it? And what was the nickname of Big Willie, or the secret code name of Big Willie, if you want to put it that way?
Huh. Trying to see here. I don't know if the Wikipedia has all that on it. You may have to dig deeper.
Way aye, man.
Is the weight over here? One of them is. One of them is.
Brilliant. Anyway, what's the T-shirt you've got on? What's that? Is that French?
No. No, it's my poor
Star
star general. Yeah.
Do you use Old Spice, by the
That's
way?
the pub. I bathe in Old Spice, man.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's the best.
Okay, you know my opinion on Old Spice, don't you?
No, I don't use Old Spice.
Just wondered whether you did any sort of like film acting in your career.
No.
High karate is better. Yeah, you're right. Just around midnight. I mean, we are talking the 70s and 80s here, aren't we?
High karate. That's awesome.
Artillery bugs saw Big Willie stealing beer out of his fridge last night at midnight.
Unfortunately, you may be off track if you've gone to the Big Willie Urban Dictionary.
Is that where you went?
Yeah, no, I did not. But I'm throwing that warning out there. Yeah.
Yeah, don't. No, it's a completely legitimate question. What I will do, I'll accept answers either today or next Sunday. If you want to go away and research it all, guys, rather than because it might be a struggle to get it done in the next 5-10 minutes, to be honest. So I'll just repeat. I just want to know what Little Willie was, what Big Willie was, who built Little Willie and Big Willie, how heavy were they both, and what was the secret code word for Big Willie. So by all means, if you want to go away and research, a bit of homework for you children.
I have the nickname. I know what that is now.
Okay.
Yep.
But you can't win this competition.
No, I don't. No, I'm not trying to win it.
He'll PM me later, guys. He will,
I didn't realize it
he'll
was
go,
that. That's what that was.
"Ah, okay.
I also didn't realize Little Willie was quite different. Interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yep. All right, cool. Well, good luck with the contest, guys.
It's rigged.
Totally rigged.
Something's
Everything's rigged.
Everything's rigged. We'd all win it next Sunday. You'll see.
There we go.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
8-ball nose. 8-ball nose.
8-ball nose. Yep.
All right, guys. That is it for this week. I definitely appreciate everybody coming by. We got 3 or so subs. Very nice. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We'll see you this next week. Monday will be a stream. Thursday will be a stream. Monday afternoon for Stack Up will be a stream. And we'll do what we can in between all of that stuff. I think we should have a miserable Monday if I get to that today. I got a bunch of content of me getting blowed up. Some pretty good stuff. And I've got a great Platoon replay. I still need to do the editing and voiceover and stuff for it.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But we
remember
had
that one.
we had a great tier 6 light tank game where we had a lot of fun. I won't give it away, but some of you guys may have seen it on stream. That was pretty cool. So we'll get that video put together here in the next week or so. That is all I've got, guys. I appreciate everybody coming by. This is me signing off from the left side of the Atlantic.
And this is Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic. Take care.
See you guys.